Morgan here from DSTV, here with Coach Chase Brooks. Coach, great win tonight against a tough team like Niagara. What did you see out there from the offense in that first half to get things going early?
Yeah, the offense was flowing pretty nicely in the first half. We were finding the areas we wanted to find. The structure looked good. As the game, intensified and they started pressing a little bit higher, that's where we've got to do a better job of solving that. But again, that's part of soccer. Teams are going to adjust to you and adjust to your tactics, and then we've got to adjust again.
Even though you did score in that first half, you guys were outshot, and you were helped by Zoltan Nagy in net throughout the whole first half and throughout the second half of the game. What does that just speak to him? I mean, he won Defensive Player of the Week last week, and he's a pretty good candidate to win it this week as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you've got a guy like Zoltan in goal, I think it gives confidence to everybody behind him that the shots that get through, because we can't block them all, we can't stop everybody from shooting. The shots that get through, he's going to be there for, and so he's done a great job, specifically these last two games, and then just making sure he's standing on his head and doing what he needs to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Chase, you realized that the keeper was off of his line really, really early. They took a gamble immediately, and then he reached and you guys teach. Just how much did that show just how observant aside you were early on?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're always trying to watch. I mean, our staff is to me one of the best in the country. I mean, I enjoy our guys, and I think that you have to be able to adjust. Every game's gonna be a little different. Every team's gonna adjust to your tactics, like we talked about earlier. So you just got to be flexible, right? And so we've talked in the past about bending and not breaking. That's more on the defensive side, and on the offensive side, again, it's finding ways to just keep moving forward, keep taking advantage of the little things that they're going to give you.
At the end of the first half, Duquesne was outshot 8-2, but towards the second half, it seemed like things evened out a little bit towards the end. What did you say, or what did you do to get everybody seemed like calmed down as things kind of felt chippy throughout the entire game?
Well, again, we just remind our guys of what our principles are and what's gotten us to this point, and just to keep going. And they've got a lot of energy because they're trying to get their first win of the season, and again, they're a much better side than their record indicates. We told the guys that coming into the game. We felt like Xavier overlooked us a little bit. We didn't want to do the same thing coming into this game tonight, and I think the guys, reacted really well, and ultimately, again, we bent a little bit, but we didn't break, and we'll take it, we'll move forward.
You guys have been challenging each other as a staff and as a group just to have clean sheets. Now that you've have two, how much does that mindset become contagious and give them a shot in the arm?
Yeah, again, I think that builds confidence, right? And, if we can get that one goal a game, which we've been able to do so far, then we know we've got a chance. So I think it's, obviously you'd like to have it where it's flowing on both sides. You're scoring multiple goals a game and you're not giving up many, but as you reminded me earlier, we've had 51 1-0 wins in my career, and I mean, a win's a win. At the end of the day, we'll take it.
Go ahead.
Irwin picked up his third assist on a really good pass early in the game, and that put him that's the highest assist total he's had in his career so far. How important do you think he has been for the good start for Duquesne this season?
Oh, he's been vital. He's just the energy he brings, the passion he brings. We've seen it from him over the last few seasons, but he's just had some unfortunate injuries over the past couple of years. So you're really seeing him. You're really seeing what we've seen for the last couple of years, and now it's just finally clicking for him, which we're really excited about. So.
Going back to the one-goal game thing, obviously the last couple of years especially, Dues had the stat about just how successful and prolific you are. Do you think that's just clicking? Do you think that's talent, that's knowing what to do when the intangibles come to shove? What do you think attributes to that?
Well, I think the players. I think if you have the right players, right, you want to be, there's the old quote, you want to be a good coach, get good players. You want to be a great coach, get great players. And I'm working on the great. Not there yet. I know I don't know everything. So no, this is more about the players than me, to be very honest.
Dakota back tonight, of course, as well. Just how big is that, just to see him get some more miles under his feet and just get that ball in his foot again?
Yeah, again, we want to make sure we're as healthy as possible going into conference play. So anytime you're getting guys back, I think that's just a positive for sure.
Jesper has not sat for a single second yet. Just what does that show to just the confidence you have and just the adjustments as he's made from off season and maybe not getting what he wanted and now having that chance?
Yeah, I mean, he came in prepared, right? And so that's one of the things that we've talked to him in the off season, just making sure he come in 100% focused and prepared. And I think you're seeing that. His fitness level's as best as it's ever been. His desire, his focus, and I think it's showing.
Maxey is a captain. We've seen what he's able to do vocally on the pitch, but what he was able to do vocally on the sideline when he's telling them get back in and control run of play. Just how important is that aspect just to get your guys to realize what's going on and get those tides turning again?
I mean, guys like Max are unbelievable to have in a program. Just the energy they bring 100% of the time. He's just so bought in, so hungry for success, and that's a testament to who he is, the character he has, and just we're very fortunate to have him, and very fortunate he stayed, because in today's day and age with the transfer portal, we know it's very easy to go look for greener pastures, but he trusts the process. He knows he's got a good program and good group of guys to work with, and so we're just excited he's still with us.
And what's the mindset going into your next matchup?
Do it again, and again, and again, and again. Just keep going. Don't take your foot off the pedal.
I have to ask you also about Chris Philibin, a guy that didn't have an opportunity to play last year, was patient, found himself, and really has found a role within this team. Just having that constant one-two, what have you noticed from him that really has led him to step up in the trust?
Yeah, I mean, for him, again, it's all these guys, it's just about keeping them healthy. The NCAA season is an absolute grind. It really is survival of the fittest. So, I mean, we've got, I think, a very deep squad and guys ready to step up, and Philly's one of those guys. He's got the talent, and now it's just getting him a consistent run of games.